we are with the tail of the tape. Kanongsuek Wor.Santai taking on Arvin Mehboudi from Iran. Thailand taking on Iran at this one. Kanongsuek being a former Rajadamnern Stadium champion, you can expect big things here in centre ring. And of course, Arvin training out of Muay Thai Academy, the former Rompo Gym down there in Klong Toi. Here we are for the first round of action. So going straight for the front, a leg kick there.
That was a serious low kick too. There was some power behind that. Obviously, 80-kilogram matchup. We might see a knockout this morning here in our fourth fight of the show.
Swing and a miss there from Arvin. Swing and a miss there from Kanongsuek as well, as Arvin goes for the left hook to rear leg kick there. A little bit of a stumble. Beautifully timed feet there for Kanongsuek, the absolute veteran of the sport.
Yeah, this is almost a comeback fight for him. I think maybe a bit from a nostalgia point of view, but he has a beautiful technique there. Really beautiful. Keeping that guard so tight on his right side. He's wary of the hands of Arvin, favouring that boxing style. So it'll be interesting to see who can come out on top here.
Comment in the comment section there. The calves on that dude. I mean, you look at the absolute bulbous calf muscles on Kanongsuek. He's definitely been doing a lot of running. They are absolutely monstrous. The size of the calf muscles. So you can definitely know that he packs a kick there. A lot of power behind them. Nice left kick. Just flips it up there, scoring nicely as Arvin goes for the big left hook that misses. Beautiful timing on Kanongsuek.
Arvin does have a considerable height advantage here, but Kanongsuek is not letting that phase him at all. He's favouring the body kick, that left kick in particular. Didn't quite land there as he took some heavy shots off Arvin. But Arvin's guard is very low. He needs to be wary of that against such an experienced Thai fighter who will be able to land an elbow pretty clean, I expect.
I mean, both fighters have got to be very careful here because at 80 kilos, there's a lot of power behind these punches. Elbows, oh, beautifully timed teep, giving it back to Kanongsuek there from Arvin, showing that he's got the timing as well. It could be a mastery of the timing here in center ring. The last 35 seconds of his first round goes for the teep to the leg as Kanongsuek just tries to find the timing for the left kick, finds it there but gets taken down to the ground by Arvin.
Yeah, that's two sweeps there for Arvin, looking very strong in the ring here in round one. Kanongsuek deciding to go forward into that clinch. Not quite much action there before the referee breaks it up. We'll have to wait for round two before we see who can dominate in the clinch. Kanongsuek doing a brilliant job of not jumping forward, but just edging in nicely there. Not much to say about round one in my opinion. Pretty tit for tat. Obviously those two knocks to the canvas from Arvin, showing his dominance, showing his IQ as well, which is something that I'm quite glad to see. I thought maybe he might just come in looking for that KO shot with heavy hands, but it's all to play for going in for round two yet again.
But I'll tell you what I do have to say is that I am glad to see that Fairtex Fight is putting on a lot of these bigger boys, but you know, sometimes when it comes to these bigger high weights, they're not quite as technical because they go for the power punches. But in the last couple of weeks here at Fairtex Fight, we've seen a lot of heavier weights, but they're also very technical. And of course, you know, Thomas the Tank Engine at 120 kilos, showcasing technicality at that higher weight. But now here, 80 kilos, the former Raja champ, Kanongsuek, taking on Arvin in that last round, a very technical round. Two sweeps and a lot of beautiful left kicks there from the calf monster that is Kanongsuek. So we'll see what round two brings us.
Yeah, Kanongsuek does have some seriously strong legs. I don't know if the viewers at home can see, but they are strong, and I can imagine they have some power behind them. You can see the body of Arvin is actually quite reddened, but let's see if he can step it up and
Beautiful parry there by Kanongsuek, just taking off the balance of Arvin, swiping it away like a credit card. Oh, but Arvin gives him his own and takes him to the ground. A little bit of a cheeky kick to the ground, I thought.
Yeah, I do say I think Kanongsuek could fight a little bit lighter. I think he'd be an absolute monster if he was a little bit lighter, but Arvin's power and his strength is just showing a little bit, just the way he's able to throw him off balance a little bit more with the power behind his shots. But Kanongsuek is not letting it phase him at all. He's just going forward, using that parry, using that long guard to close the distance, and he's locking him up in the clinch.
A nice little inside block there from Arvin to nullify the clinch action. Kanongsuek tries to push forward. It gets taken to the ground. A little bit of a slip in my eyes, but he just keeps throwing up that sneaky left, not switching it, but just scoring with that left, trying to rack up the points rather than throw all the power behind it. Just flicks it up with ease, locks on inside the clinch, dragging down on the head there. As our referee peels them apart like an orange, puts them back in center ring.
Yeah, Kanongsuek is quick with those kicks. Like we said, he's got some big legs, some power, but he is whipping them in quickly. That's for sure. His style is so beautiful. Oh, but he got knocked there. He did get knocked there by Arvin.
Each one on the way in. And you've got to be careful, especially at this weight, keeping a nice high guard. Don't come in open and too confident, because you might eat a big one on the way in. Especially Kanongsuek just with that. Oh, big heavy hands there from Arvin the Iranian, and a big left hand to finish that last exchange off.
1 minute to go here in round two. Kanongsuek looks like he's just playing with him a little bit, firing those kicks, but he's wary of the KO power of Arvin. He's looking to lock on in the clinch, drive it. He's just not quite getting those knees in. There we just saw Arvin just pushing him off. I think it is just the weight difference slightly. I know both these fighters are 80 kilograms, but you can just see the power behind Arvin.
About 25 seconds to go there as Kanongsuek tries to push the pace. Arvin goes down for the leg kick as he caught the last one. Kanongsuek breathing very heavy-mouthed and eats a big left hand, taking himself to the ground. Arvin very open-mouthed himself.
He's just struggling to lock on, I think, genuinely because of the size of Arvin. He's looking to clinch and lock on, but he's just not able to do so. He is literally throwing him off, in my opinion. He is just pushing him off because he's just that little bit stronger. So I think Arvin is just edging this one. Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that. The big, powerful shots. Just don't think Kanongsuek's doing enough in regards to power and effective damage. I mean, he is racking up the points by scoring that little left kick there, but it's not quite showing any convincing damage in my eyes. And he's sort of flailing and falling to the ground a fair bit and eating a lot of damaging shots on the way in there from Arvin from Iran. And I mean, that's one of those big scoring criteria in Muay Thai is effective damage and technical execution. So we'll go to the third and final round in just a moment.
Yeah, I do think that if Kanongsuek wants to take the win here, he's going to have to pretty much stop Arvin in his tracks, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it, but we'll see. It's Muay Thai, anything can happen in Muay Thai. It is the art of the 8 limbs for a reason, and one of the most dangerous sports, in my opinion. I'm not quite sure sometimes why I do it, but with elbows, knees, it's all to play for. Let's see if Kanongsuek can stop this fight.
Just going back to the fans at home, the main man Craig, who always watches us every Saturday, saying that last one could have been a knockdown. I would agree with you. It was so close to being a knockdown. That's the way I would have scored it. But here we are, round 3 to continue the action. Kanongsuek coming in with a big left kick. Nice long guard there. as Arvin trying to control center ring here. Throw the big heavy left counter shot. Goes for the inside leg kick again.
I am impressed by Kanongsuek. He is not phased one bit. He is showing some incredible heart. He's been knocked down a few times, like we just saw in the replays there. That hook was heavy, but he's not stopped. He is going forward, and he is just showing incredible heart, in my opinion, firing at that left leg kick and trying to lock on. He really does have that fighter spirit you can see from back in the day.
Edging forward here, going for that leg kick, locks on with the body lock, nullifying the action. We are in center ring. What a fight this is, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you think about it in the comment section on YouTube. I'm always sort of sifting my eye through it as I watch the fights. 50-50 control here. The referee peels them apart to continue the action on the outside. Wobbly left kick there from Kanongsuek. Oh, and one of those trademark things that Arvin has been doing through this whole fight is just waiting for Kanongsuek to commit to that left kick and throws off that counter left hook, which has been taking Kanongsuek to the ground a lot here.
It really is the kick versus the punch as Kanongsuek is swept to the canvas again by Arvin. I think the power and the strength and the height is just a little bit too much at this weight for Kanongsuek. Perhaps if he was to come back, maybe he'd drop down a little bit more and be a bit more of a force to be reckoned with, because the speed, the sharpness, the IQ, it's all there. But I think it is just a matter of strength.
Oh, nice redirection there by Arvin to jump in to the action inside the clinch. We come back to the center ring. 33 seconds to go here. You can see the corner, the very active corner of Kanongsuek telling him to go, 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 go. Now, in Thai. Go, go, go. Put the pressure on. Keep the action up. Move forward. Don't let Arvin throw any of those big left counter hooks as he goes for another one. Goes for the inside leg kick. The dying seconds of this third and final round here. Center ring at Lumpini Stadium, where all the action is on a Saturday morning. That is the end of the fight, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight you have just witnessed. What'd you take away from that, Eleanor?
Well, the return of a Raja champion that I have just witnessed, that was phenomenal in itself. But a brilliant matchup again. Both fighters displaying, they're playing to their strengths, which is something I like to see. Both fighters, obviously Kanongsuek there, a brilliant kicker, and we have Arvin Mehboudi using his hands. So it was just clash of styles, which I love to see. But I don't know, I do want to say Arvin there in the last 30 seconds was absolutely gassed. If this fight was 5 rounds, I think Kanongsuek would have taken it, but the sweeps to the canvas for me, I'm just not sure, but let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the completion of all 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27. 30-27 และ30-27 for the winner in the black corner.